This was one of those opening addresses where I really, had to think. Think not so much of the content of what I'm going to say, but really wondering how is it even possible to communicate all about a journey in the very little time that PMC has given me. So I thought, and then I actually said, why don't I narrate it the way I have really experienced it? And when I mean I, the I stands for the larger collective we of very many people who have made this journey called Grow possible and real. So I have one request from all of you. I'd like you to sit back in your chairs and just sort of, fasten your seat belts and travel with me as I go places. And I can assure you, you will feel those same emotions, thoughts, and feelings as we travel together. If you're game, give me a thumbs up. Pick up your tea or coffee or whatever else you drink of the evening. Sit back and just flow along with me. I do have a presentation, but that's really because, as I reflected and put it together, I didn't want to lose a single moment, a single thought, and sort of did not want to go impromptu. So here goes, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to be sharing my screen. Join me on a trek, a beautiful trek as we go places. We go back more than a year ago when we, the coaches of ICF Chennai chapter, decided to go on a trek. We were very adventurous. This was a trek that called out to us. We were not sure of our destination, but we were sure of our direction. There was a dream, a purpose, and something called our vision for the journey had emerged in our heads. It was still here. It was a figment of our imagination. That journey, that vision was called Grow. By now, most people here in this room would know what this stands for, but I'm still going to run you through what it stood for at that point of time and what it stands for today. Grow was a simple 4-lettered vision which said, grow coaching, grow coaches, grow the chapter, and grow the community. Namma ICF Chennai is bold, bright, beautiful, and booming. And every time I say this, I get goosebumps. Just visualize, right? An entity, a creation that's bold, bright, beautiful, and booming. Amazing, isn't it? Wouldn't you want to be a part of it? We wanted to take bold steps to evangelize coaching, build a bright future for our coaches, hold a beautiful space for a strong ICF chapter, and contribute to the booming community. Sounds great, doesn't it? But that's where the challenge starts. This was a vision that was simple, right? Nothing complicated about it, no hi-fi stuff. Easy to understand, idealistic, almost unreal. I mean, do such things happen? Audacious, right? Hand to my heart, it was scary when we put pen to paper. And, we weren't sure whether any of this would be possible. And it spoke to your heart, to my heart, to your heart, to anyone who listened to it, like all good visions do. So we were off on our trek. We had our North Star, we had our vision, but that's all we had. Then we got down to work. Guided by our vision, we mapped out destinations, right? Imagine you're in beautiful Uttarakhand or somewhere there, right? Amidst the hills, the valleys, you just imagine whatever you want, maybe a beach or two thrown in as well. So we picked all our destinations, all the fancy places we wanted to go, this trek party. Those places that would make this journey meaningful, that we could look back 10 years later and say, wow, that's one trip I didn't forget. And these were the places we wanted to go to, right? 12 places, we just put it out there. Some of these places we've never seen. We've never experienced, no precedent, nothing. Groping in the dark. But still we put it out. And I'm not going to get into the bits and nuts and bolts of any of these. Many of you I know have seen some of these, and some of you have been part of creating some of these. Some of you were part of the ideation. So I'm really not going to get into the details, but there were 12 focus areas, 12 places that we wanted to go. These milestones gave us the confidence to go places that were uncharted territories. Like I said, no man's land, never been there, right? For example, a virtual ICF India conclave. Wow. In COVID times, seriously, we began to take paths that were less traveled. We traveled with focus and passion, but taking one step at a time. Those of you who traveled the journey, give me a heart sign on your chat box, on your reaction. Beautiful places we went to, bright sights we got to see, boldness that we experienced. Very raw. And we paused and cherished at each of these destinations. Every time we went that place, there was the innocence and joy of a child discovering something fabulous. And also the excitement for more candy. So we wanted to go faster. We wanted to go to the next one. Come on. Let's rewind and relish some of these places together. Starting off with Namma Chennai Superstars, an unforgettable event where we unveiled the vision to our freshly minted, newly rebranded ICF L&D webinars, Grow webinars, and each of these webinars would help with growth, celebrating credentials, the coach spotlight, the learning Sundays, and of course, suddenly from chapter, we became charter chapter. And you know the date on which that happened? Exactly today, the same date 1 year ago. Yes, so the milestone of ICF Chennai Charter Chapter had been achieved a year ago. And that is the reason this event is happening here today. So please celebrate with me as we, hold our plaque or banner with pride, because this is a banner that is given by ICF and recognized for stability, growth, and good governance. And I think we are holding it proudly. And then we launched experience coaching, branded, right? We were big on this. This was a chapter that was always big on this, but we really wanted to take it to all sorts of places. We had partnerships like with the one with NHRD. We had our, again, newly branded Coaches Coffee Connect, a place where coaching, connection, and coffee happen. We had partnerships, the youth coaching partnerships with IIT Madras. We had the International Women's Day celebration, one of the best events that I would never forget, being a woman, and it was so much fun. The ICW was a tribute to our vision Grow. We didn't pick any theme. Every activity we did was propelled by that vision Grow. So Grow was there everywhere. Anything we did had Grow, right? And it was not just branding. It was intent. We launched our website, a fabulous website. And, I cannot forget the day ICFChennai.com went live. And finally, the cherry on the cake, they say Kashmir is one place when you go, you'll never forget it, right? It's like, and I've never been there, but those who have tell me, it is like paradise on earth. And this was that paradise for us. Finally, making coaching for growth, which again was not a conclave on any topic. Everything was flowing from Grow. This was our way of making coaching accessible, of growing coaching, and making it an integral part of society. A conclave that was run fully virtually with a house full, packed attendees, amazing speakers, and it was pro bono. The most beautiful part is the conclave is still going on. Week after week, We are releasing our conclave videos, and for most people, they're attending the conclave now. So everything reimagined. And with pride, I can say this, we planted trees in the name of our conclave. More than 1,300 trees. And I know there are a few of you here today in whose names these trees have been planted. Truly a tribute to growth. And finally, we also did some of these great celebratory events and of course, business as usual events and of course, planning for the year ahead. I can talk a lot more about the places we went to, but in the interest of time, I'm not going to. And if I've missed out something that was memorable to you and touched your heart in the last 1 year, Grow, put it down in the chat box. Each of these places honored the dream and the larger intent that this sunflower stands for. Before we realized it, ladies and gentlemen, 1 year just went like that. And we'd been to almost all the places on our wish list. Everything was ticked off. Unfamiliar terrain had become familiar now. We were in top gear. There was quiet confidence, infectious energy. There was unbridled joy, but there was fatigue too. There were mistakes made and lessons learned. Look at this group of trekkers. That's what we were. Each trekker was unique and led different parts of the journey. Some took a break, some dropped off, but many joined in without any doubt. Partners and friends, we had the best of them all. And, the kind of support we got from ICF partners, from our other chapters, from regional partners, from friends of the, clients, coaches, the entire ecosystem. Strangers to friends, that's the power of community and a cause. We felt real pride, accomplishment, but also soulful moments. This was sometime November, December 21. Where now? What next? Who with? Has this journey come to a stop before we realized it? What we needed then was to reflect, reframe, recharge, and reset, as good coaches do. We tell our clients we needed to do that. After going full throttle, we needed to take that pause. We had our aha moment that this journey was not defined only by destinations. The journey was its own definition. Stay with me. The journey becomes meaningful, not the destination. The magic is in staying the course, in being, doing, and growing each day. That was what we realized after a year of that journey to places we'd never been before. And somewhere along this journey, we had grown up. Suddenly you realize the child's just shot up 4 inches. When did she grow up? But she has. ICF Chennai Charter chapter had grown up. No longer an infant taking baby steps, but a young adult leading with responsibility, strength, and character. So at this stage, as we open the year 2022, we are not lost. We've got back our anchor, we are centered, and we are recommitted to grow. And this time, with a focus of leading strong, systemic, and sustainable growth. We will continue to go all those places we've been before. We will traverse that entire journey once, twice, many times over. And every time the journey could be different. The place could be the same, but the journey could still be different. What's important is now to behave like a grown-up and to lead towards something that is strong, systemic, and sustainable. Our approach route, we're back, right? We're trekkers, remember? We'll quickly figure out a path again. And this time, the path is, we will adopt an approach of build, develop, and accelerate. So not too many new things. Of course, a few new things. The articulations, the depth, it's been fleshed out a lot more. We will build a few things, we will develop a few things, and we will accelerate a few things. Most importantly, we will never let go of our values, authenticity, energy, innovation, learning, giving, inclusion, and above all, this spirit of community. Ladies and gentlemen, before I sign off and before we go further down on the trek, there are a few new experiences that we are super excited and look forward to. And we've already made the map, we've plotted it. And we hope you would be excited to travel these places too. The first one is ICF ATC, All Things Coaching. All Things Coaching is going to be a hub of all things coaching, and the inspiration from this is the conclave. It's going to be an ecosystem where every month people will come together for anything and everything they want to know and discuss about coaching. We believe this is the way coaching will grow. The next new launch, it's not new, but finally we are kicking it off in 2022. Most appropriate is our CAP, ICF Chennai CAP, the Chennai Ambassadors Program, inviting people who are passionate about specific areas of growth, of grow, to come and contribute in a sustained way, and over a period of time, be ready to take on more formal leadership roles in the chapter. We are so excited about opening this out and welcoming our whole new brand of ambassadors. And finally, the ICF Chennai Charter chapter is going to probably be the first chapter in the region which is going to launch communities of practice. Communities of practice is a space where like-minded people come together to discuss, articulate, and to grow in that process. And we, without any surprise, whatever Chennai is so known for, we have decided to go with our first community of practice, which is Grow Coaching and Thought Leadership. There may be more, but you'll have to hold on for that. But as of now, I hope you are excited about these new places. And I'm going to sign off with this. The next leg of the trek is ready to commence, and you are invited to join us. Whether you're a member, you're an associate, you're a friend, you just care about coaching, you like our vision, come on and join us. There are many ways where we can travel together and go places. Here's to grow, ladies and gentlemen. If you have your grow mug, please raise it. We raise a toast. Unfortunately, after telling everybody to bring their grow mug, I have left mine behind somewhere, but that's okay. I will assume Sriram's mug is mine. And let's raise a toast to grow. Let's do this together. Thank you.